So I've been holding off this video for a while, essentially because I don't necessarily enjoy making dialogue for bouldering videos. Now, this isn't out of a lack of enjoyment, rather it's due to my inexperience and the fact that because of how naive I am with this discipline, every single session I do, I have the exact same problems. Now, the way I can address this is by ramping up my frequency and taking bouldering more seriously. And I think that really is the only way to go because what is required is more attention with the wall, applying more time, and just getting to know your proprioception of your body and seeing how you maneuver yourself around these routines. And yeah, so I feel like there's a strong repetition with the problems and the flaws I experience. And that is, I have no sense of awareness of using my legs and fully functioning with my whole body. And I think, yes, while I may have improved over time, and the routes and like some techniques I'm a bit more adapt to, such as like heel hooks and toe hooks and all those things, it's still something I'm not fully comfortable with. And by nature, since I'm not putting in any effort with bouldering and simply seeing it as a leisure activity, it's inevitable that I'm not going to improve. So I found that today's session was a bit, it didn't go as planned, mainly because I wasn't working out these problems that well. A lot of the holds and the grips were not ideal. I lacked the finger strength and I was lacking the endurance to just maintain and ensure that I was maximizing my output throughout every single hold. And I think I have this intrinsic stubbornness to go about every single route as a dynamic approach. And that's how I see most of my enjoyment, and that's often influenced quite a bit by my calisthenics background, that of explosiveness and raw strength. I'm very reliant on the raw aspect rather than the technique and more static type variations demanded from most of these these routes. So right here, I went for like a more dynamic approach, despite the fact that I could have gone the more conventional route and just worked around the route. And again, I think there's many ways to work about bouldering. And for me, I'm just doing it in the approach that makes it the most fun for me. Yes, it may be a bit dumb and it lacks a bit of technique. And of course, that may be a bit offensive to what bouldering is holistically. But despite this lack of technicality, I'm still really enjoying what it's like to just play around with these routes, seeing how I can utilize my prior calisthenics background to just maximize the enjoyment factor. And again, I have this, it's all a matter of goals and interpreting what I'm driven for. I really enjoy bouldering, mainly because of how much creative thinking is required and just how much freedom you have on the wall. So in future, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be investing as much time, but for sure it's something I would love to continue and just do on the side as just, just for fun. But realistically, my core discipline is calisthenics. I'm not going to sway from there. And I think there's a strong overlap between bouldering and calisthenics just by nature of, raw output, strength, and using your back thoroughly. And what intrigues me is that a lot of bouldering athletes are so powerful in their calisthenics moves. So a part of me was questioning the integrity of like correlation versus causation between calisthenics and bouldering. Is it that bouldering so happens to nitpick strong athletes due to their physique, their just how much time investment they have as well? And is that what produces those elite athletes that have that strength for calisthenics, like front lever, one arm pull up, and all those other rather difficult skills? So perhaps bouldering can be a tool for me to improve my calisthenics fundamentals. But who knows? For now, it's not the biggest concern, and it's just more so a fun activity. So that's basically it, and I'll finish it off here.